Hari Om Tat Sat. Welcome to Jyotirmayananda Society, our journey to self-realization. Please subscribe our channel for the mystical meanings of the scriptures and to enjoy daily satsang with us. We are currently exploring the book The Mystery of the Soul, Katha Upanishad, commentary by Swami Jyotirmayananda Maharaj, narrated by myself, Swami Nikhilananda. So we are on chapter 1, mantra number 9. Nachiketa continues his discussions with the god of death or Yama. O Brahman, thou art an adorable guest. Salutations to thee. May there be auspiciousness for me. You have stayed at my house for 3 nights without food. Therefore, ask 3 boons, one for every night. Having these words of Lord Yama, Nachiketa asked 3 boons, one after another. The first boon was for his father, the second was asked for the world, and the third was asked for self realization. These 3 boons reveal that an aspirant should not ignore his duties towards his parents nor towards the society. The heart expands gradually through one's services to one's parents and society until it is finally fit for aspiring for self realization. Nachiketa asked the first boon, mantra number 10. O Lord of Death, let my father Gautama acquire peace of mind, happiness, and freedom from agitation. When I return, sent by thee, may he recognize me and talk to me lovingly. This is the first of the 3 boons I ask. O Lord, said Nachiketas, I am extremely happy by your world. By your grace, I am cheerful and free from agitation. Even so, let my father be free from all sorrows. May my father be free from the pain, anger, grief, and agitation that he had caused in that moment of anger. All these words of Nachiketa, Yama said. Mantra 11. The boon is granted. Your father will recognize you as before. He will sleep peacefully at night. He will be free from pain, grief, and anger. Nachiketa asked for the next boon. Mantra number 12. Nachiketa said, O God of death, there is no fear in the heavenly worlds. Thou art not here in the form of death. The denizens of heaven are not subject to hunger and thirst. Having transcended all that, they enjoy bliss free from sorrow. As a reward for the performance of sacrifices and meritorious acts, one ascends to heavenly worlds after death to reap the fruits of good karmas or actions. The enjoyments of the heavenly world are much more intense than those of the physical world, but they too are relative and must terminate one day. So, the description of the heavenly worlds is given here from a relative point of view. Mantra 13. O Lord of Death, thou art the knower of the fire sacrifice that leads us to heaven. That's called the Panch Agni, 5 fire sacrifices, rituals. They are all prescribed in a lot of detail in the Vedas. Please explain it to me, for I am full of faith. By this knowledge, men may attain immortality in this world. This I ask as my second boon. Moving on to mantra 14. O Nachiketas, I know the fire which leads to heaven. I shall explain this to thee in full detail. Listen to me and understand it well. This knowledge that leads to the indestructible worlds is hidden in the cave of the heart. Fire is the symbol of Virat, the cosmic being in the physical plane. This fire has to be specially propitiated. Just as fire is immanent in all wood, so this Virat fire is immanent in all the worlds. This fire is hidden in the cave of the heart. Therefore, it is a secret. In reality, it is the self hidden in the intellect or heart of man. When the intellect is purified and when reason is sharpened by the constant practice of devout meditation, the knowledge of the fire reveals itself in the transparent heart. The worship of this fire leads to relative immortality in the form of astral heavenly experiences after death and the knowledge it bestows, that is liberation. Mantra 15. Yama then conferred on Nachiketa the knowledge of the fire, which is the source of the heavenly worlds. He explained how many bricks are needed to prepare the altar and what type of bricks. Having listened, Nachiketa repeated all that was said to him. Mantra number 16. Pleased with the sharp intellect of Nachiketa, Yama said to him, I give to thee this other boon. May this fire sacrifice be known after thy name, and may you accept this multicolored garland. So that he was honored, and that tradition is called Nachiketa Agni, of fire. Mantra 17. Whoever performs this fire sacrifice 3 times, having united with me holy sources, that is, Father, Mother, and Guru or teacher, Rik, Sama, and Yadu, the 3 Vedas, as the performer of the three karmas duties, study, sacrifice, and almsgiving. He goes beyond birth and death. Having known this fire born of Brahman and having realized him, he obtains supreme peace. Mantra number 18. O Nachiketa, whoever knows the 3 elements of the Nachiketa's fire, the nature of the bricks, the number of bricks, and the method of invoking the fire god, and having known then performs this fire sacrifice, is freed from the noose of death and grief. He delights in heaven. Mantra number 19. O Nachiketa, this is the fire that leads to heaven, which I have given to thee as your second boon. This fire shall be known after thy name. Now, O Nachiketa, ask for your third boon. Mantra number 20. This there is this doubt with reference to the dead. Some say that there is a soul after death, some say there is no soul. I am desirous of acquiring this knowledge of the soul by receiving instructions from thee. Just imagine this 5-year-old boy waiting and having this profound conversation with the Lord of Death himself. Nachiketa asked a profound question. All beings are subject to death. Even Brahma, the creator, must become a prey to death. The entire world must be destroyed. Thus, the soul of man and the souls of other beings exist after death. What happens? That is the profound question. Does it exist or not? The soul. There are various views regarding the soul. The materialists consider the body to be the soul, but the body is subject to birth and death and various modifications. The body cannot be the self. In dream, one experiences one's existence even without the body, and there are several proven cases of reincarnation in the soul. Is prana, the vital forces, the self? The pranas are moved by the mind. The pranas are inert. Man has existed even beyond the pranas. The soul is neither the senses nor the organs of actions. The soul is different from all this. Is mind the self? No, there is no mind in deep sleep, yet you still exist. Mind, intellect, senses, vital forces, all these are objective. You are the owner of all these. Thus, having pondered over the various views regarding the nature of the soul, and desirous of attaining the knowledge of the self that confers release from the world process, Nachiketa asked the third boon. Mantra 21. O Nachiketa, even the gods have doubts pertaining to this, the nature of the self, because the nature of the self is extremely subtle. Therefore, ask any other boon. But do not press me on this. Let me take this boon back. Yama wanted to deviate the attention of Nachiketa. He said, do not ask this question. Even the gods of the heavenly world in the past as well as the present were and are unable to understand this. You are a mere boy of 5. Give this boon back to me. The knowledge of Atman or the self is extremely subtle. Choose any other boon according to your heart's desire. Do not press me on this. The subject is difficult to comprehend. This is known as Brahma Vidya or the knowledge of Brahman, having known which all is known. A sadhaka aspirant must qualify himself with the four means of liberating or liberation before asking such a question, subtle question. The four means are sadhana chatushtaya. Four means, for those of you who want to go deeper, can view my video on YouTube called The Qualifications of an Aspirant. So you can find it there in this channel. But here we will briefly discuss the four qualifications. The first is Viveka, determination between self and not self. The second is Vairagya, dispassion or distaste towards all that is not self. The third is Shat Sampat, meaning the sixfold virtues consisting of serenity, self control, renunciation of selfish actions, endurance, faith, and tranquility. And the fourth one is mumukshutva or burning aspiration for self realization. So, one who is not endowed with these four, at least to some degree, would not be able to understand the subtle teachings of the Upanishads. Yama presents various temptations before Nachiketa and tests him in order that he may make sure that he is a qualified student of Vedanta. With this, we conclude our satsang for today, and we will continue this beautiful journey from mantra number 22 in tomorrow's satsang. Hari Om Tat Sat.